Everybody, it's Victor. So another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. Hope your Thursdays are going off to a great start. We're still waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes now. We're only a couple away from the TM Trainer run happening on the YouTube save file, which I'm looking forward to. And hopefully you all are as well. If you want to get us there faster than not, then definitely click the like button on this video and go check out the other videos as well. It's totally free. It takes less than a second to do and helps out my channel a great deal. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you by EastAd4299. Title throw was "Remember Me? You escaped our fight. As you can see, I'm not dead." Yeah, it's been a little bit since we've seen the 9 stack of Monstros, but maybe we'll see him today. I don't know. It is a Thursday after all, going into the early weekend here. CJ is going to be Charlie Bravo 4 Alpha 3 Kilo X-Ray X-Ray. We've got we got really good tiers to start off with. Really good everything. I mean, our damage is slightly below what we would consider base damage, which is 3.50. And if for those of you wondering whenever we're talking about base stats, we compare all of our stats on an Eden run to the base stats of Isaac, which is just regular old Isaac. So, like, you'll hear me constantly say, like, oh, our damage is lower than base speed, or our attack is slightly lower than base attack, that sort of thing. It's all compared to regular Isaac, as he is the starter character in the game, and that's basically just like that's just the general. I cannot believe that fly got all the way past that. That is just the general, like, rule of thumb here for whenever we're looking at, like, if our stats are good or not. It's a good indicator of how strong you are going to be going in the early game for any Eden run. We're also starting off with the picking shears, which is a great starting item because it allows us to basically just insta dunk any early game boss, even to the mid game. It's really not a big deal to deal with them. And also, of course, if you need sort of like an emergency flying, it also gives you emergency flying. We got a golden key here from that last floor, or that last room, which is going to help us out if we do find any chests. We do not, right? But the damage of the Picking Shear's torso cannot be understated. I mean, it is really, really, really powerful. I would even consider it to be hard carry levels of damage early on any given Eden run, or any given run in general. So, I mean, we just sit back and we just let the damage kind of just flow here, and we just sit here and, well, I normally would let monsters just kind of sit up there and rage, but unfortunately, because we have flying, but there's not enough rocks to really freeze Monstro out. When he kind of glitches out and kind of does like a freeze frame on his face. That's because you're usually flying to an area that is inaccessible to Monstro, even by way of leaping. So he just kind of just sits there and is like, I don't know what to do. Get a Chariot card, which we could use against the Temperance Machine, or we can use it to get into a curse room and get out of there for half price, or we could do it fully for free if we end up having a full charge on the Picking Shears beforehand, but we do not, so we're not going to do that. I wouldn't mind getting into the curse room, but going down to 1 HP, I mean, we should not have lost, like, that half heart of soul hearts. Let's just be honest. Like, the fact that this fly got past all of our shots just by like the hair of a pixel is kind of ridiculous. But kind of a nothing burger of a floor. But you know what? That's okay. We've got ourselves a good start. Now we just got to start building on it, and that's pretty much the MO of any Eden run. And real quickly, just because it does inevitably come up every now and then, people ask me how come I don't speak during the breaks whenever like we're doing like the level transitions. Previously it was because I don't want the conversations to be interrupted by ads. But now with the way that YouTube works is that it just pauses the video. So you don't have to worry about actually losing out on the conversations, but at the same time it still helps me place ads. Or at least it's a way to game the YouTube ad placement system to kind of manipulate it to go where I want it to go, rather than being like at the beginning or like during the middle of an episode, or like in the middle of like a level or a fight or something like that. The periods of silence that's basically how YouTube tries to detect whenever the YouTuber is not speaking, and then that's the most apt time for it to place an automatic ad. But if, you know, like I do go back and like there's like usually like 30, it's like without exaggeration, the oh gosh, we just went straight to the bottom. We might as well. When in Rome. Normally there's about no less than like 12 to 15 ads per video. Per like, you know, 40-minute plus video on YouTube, and that's obviously ridiculous. So what I can do is I can go and try to encourage the system on where I wanted to place ads, but unfortunately, I really did not want to pick up that bone heart. That kind of really screwed us here. Unfortunately, it doesn't always listen to where you tell it to. And the YouTube system just places it wherever it wants to anyway. So, you know, if you do occasionally see an ad at the beginning of like a conversation, or like if we're in the middle of a fight and all of a sudden an ad plays, I promise you I have nothing to do with that. There's no way for us to truly be fully engaged in control of where the ads go. I wish I could tell you otherwise, but that's just unfortunately how it is. But obviously, again, inevitably people, usually it's newer subscribers. I often ask how come I don't talk during the stage transitions. That's why. It's to try to make sure that the ads are placed in an appropriate spot on the episode, so no one misses out on conversations and stuff. And because I do have a lot of people who do elect to just let the ads play out, especially for those of you who are like ASMR viewers and use these for sleep aids, that sort of stuff. Which is, by the way, shout out to the ASMR mosh pit out there. You guys and gals are the greatest. I would not mind getting a soul heart as well as humbling bundle here. We're only going to be able to get one, however. It's okay. We could bomb this. There's a lot of pots in there too. We could bomb those to try to get a little bit more money. Hairpin. I mean, hairpin guarantees that we always have a full charge on the pinking shears, so sure. Okay, there we go. That's all we want. We still have one bomb left over for the next floor. We can go back and go get that soul heart. More movement speed would be nice. We did lose a little bit of movement speed by taking Fat Odd Mushroom, but Fat Odd Mushroom also facilitated us in taking Abba Dabba Ding Dong as well as Empty Vessel, and honestly, I'm down with that. So the secret room should be south of here. And again, it's just one of those times where if you play this game enough, you know the tells. Well, actually, I'm surprised. That's usually like a 90% wall right there. There's also a tinted rock in here. This one right here. If you want to see the different types of tinted rocks, this is one of them. If you look at this sprite over here, or actually no, if you look at this, actually this is like a custom sprite. Anyway, just look at this rock right here. You'll see that X on the left-hand side. That is a tinted rock, which can do a variety of different things. Yeah, it's a gamble. I use the pinking shears in here because this is essentially a free room for the pinking shears. We're going to get almost a full charge. Plus, on top of that, we can be a little bit more liberal with our use of the pinking shears thanks to the hairpin, giving us the guaranteed full charge at the start of every single boss room, which is very, very nice. Wow, there's another tender rock in here. Here you go. Yeah, it's not a sprite replacement. Yeah, so if you look at this rock and look at this rock, they're the exact same sprite, except this one doesn't have an X and this one does. So feel free to zoom in on the footage right now. I'm trying to readjust myself in the chair. Lately, I've been having a real annoying issue where my tailbone has been hurting, and it's because of a lot of sitting, obviously. That comes with the territory of this job. It's one of the downsides is living a sedentary lifestyle of sitting down and recording and basically not moving for hours on end. It's not good. It's really not good for your body. Secret room should be here. No, we've already been there. I already tried there. I mean, I know it's not. Wow, that's really, really strange that the secret room is not there. This is also like a 90% wall. The super secret room could also be there normally, but for it to be not there is really strange. Now I have to see what wall is over on this side. It's got to be a block. No, it's not. Wow. Yeah, that is extremely rare. That the secret room is not adjacent to all those rooms that we were just talking about. It's not to the left or right of this either. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. We must have gotten a secret room that's super duper nuanced in its placement, because those are two really high percentage walls. Ah, that's why. Okay. So the secret room is probably to the right of here. Which means it spawned at the end of... No, it's not there. Okay, I give up then. I have no idea where the secret room is. We have to see. I have to look at the entire rest of this level before I can deduce where it is. Might as well fight the boss. We still haven't found our item room yet, but here. And again, you just see the amount of damage, the chunkage that we get from the pinking shears is truly top notch. We get another tears up, which is nice. Mr. Dolly gives us 3 HP, which is even nicer. And yeah. Now I'm just kind of on a mission to find out where the secret room is, because I am befuddled. It has to be here. This is literally the last place it could be. There's a high percentage walls, and yeah, there it is. So very, very odd placement. The fact that we had this wall, those other walls, the one that I was sure that it was at, and it wasn't there, is strange. Oh, and I am going to use my chariot card here, because where else if we're not going to use it there? Get Deadeye, which is going to be a fantastic addition to our arsenal here, allowing us to get a damage upgrade every single time we hit an enemy. It's just going to continue to compile over and over again. I actually do think the super secret room is where I pointed it out. Well, I guess it could be there too. Let's see if we can get this troll bomb there. It's in position. A little bit of backtracking here, but this would be worth it if the super secret room is here. And if it's not there, then there's still a multitude of other places it could be. I am actually going to stick with A Child's Drawing because, like, we don't use the pinking shears all that often. That has to be. We don't use the pinking shears all that often, and I usually tend to gravitate towards saving the charge anyway, just naturally. So I find we're trying to go for Guppy here. You know we have full HP, and that is going to be a very nice welcome addition to our damage here with 8-inch nails. Going into a vault with Humbling Bundle is quite nice. We gained 2 cents and lost a little bit of time, but that's about it. We got our keys back at least. This is going to give us 2 or 3 for Leviathan. And it also does give us a damage upgrade to use along with obviously the Soul Heart generator. So I'm definitely down for the nail here. Pinking shears is great early on, but it does get replaced later, especially when you start becoming less reliant on your active item and more reliant on your strength, your damage. And right now, we definitely do not need the pinking shears anymore. So, but ironically, had I known that we were going to get the nail, then I would have definitely stuck with the hairpin, because that would have automatically given us not only half of a soul heart every time we go into a boss room, but also make sure and ensure that we're going to have a full charge for the damage upgrade as well. But hindsight's always 20/20. People who watch these videos tend to love to call upon hindsight a lot to correct me, which is always funny to me. Not everybody. It's not that sometimes it isn't warranted either, but you know, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect except for people who play this game on YouTube, and everybody's perfect. I wish I was perfect. Now, the real problem here is that we just lost our flying. We lost flying, and we also lost. Oh, sorry, I went out. Hey, yeah, that was a pure pure guess, and it saved us a lot of time and hassle of going through that mob trap room. We get Brimstone as well, so that's going to give us Leviathan. I just got done saying how it sucks that we lost our flying because we don't have empty vessel anymore. And then lo and behold, look at this, we get Brimstone, which gives us flying via Leviathan. So now, unfortunately, Deadeye does not contribute to our damage with Brimstone. I honestly think that that's a synergy that shouldn't. It's an anti-synergy that shouldn't exist. I feel like you could very easily make Brimstone just kind of glow redder and redder. I think that would be even cooler. It's like you've already got Brimstone. Like Brimstone, we've shown that Brimstone does not necessarily equal one run in these sort of like mid-game acquisitions. Like it definitely is. It's still a challenge, especially if you have no damage. But we don't have that problem here because of 8-inch nails in the nail. 9.22 damage on Brimstone is gonna be ticking up very, very quickly. So why not let Brimstone kind of sing a little bit with Deadeye, you know? I think that a more glowy, almost Darth Maul-esque type, like lightsaber glow to Brimstone would be cool. Because how often do you get? I mean, Deadeye is almost, I would say, I don't think it's that outlandish to say that Deadeye might be rarer than Brimstone. We don't see Deadeye all that often, so letting them synergize would be pretty sick. So I'd use the nail here because we have the skulls, and I'd be able to sneak a good couple of soul hearts here, or not. That's fine. Bob's Curse, which is going to give us poison bombs. This is one really long hallway. Okay, so we have a sack room here. Definitely am looking at playing the sack room. I really, really, really wanted Guppy. Let's see if we can get the brown champion. See if we can get a W first. This is one really linear map. Super linear. It's a straight up like, it's like what, like 15 rooms down. Okay. Thank God we got past the sisters. Very tough, very, very tough fight here. We got another damage up with Glass Eye. Money Equals Power and the Satanic Biblu. Which I am not going to take. We could take it for, well, I mean, I guess we could, just because it's basically free with the Hierophant card. I really wanted to use the Hierophant card for playing the sack room, but it does give us basically a free way of maybe getting the Bookworm transformation, which is quite nice with Brimstone, I will admit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Bookworm transformation. It's always nice. Thank you, Jawbone. Holy Grail. I don't know about that one, game. There's soul hearts back here. We've got enough keys. I don't need to worry about. I really don't need to worry about our key situation, especially with Humbling Bundle. I think we're good on that. I would have loved to have gotten a shop reroll, but you know, what can you do? Last week's question of the episode here. It was one of those episodes where like it was just a good run. I mean, with Anima Sola, and I've already talked about Anima Sola ad nauseum, and I didn't want to ask it again, so I simply just asked people, you know, are you going to be at the sponsored Raid Shadow Legends stream? And it was like half and half. Some people just flat out said no. Other people said yes, or they wouldn't miss it for the world. That was cool. We had another great turnout for Raid. And again, I know it's not everyone's jam. It's a mobile game. You know, not everyone likes mobile games. It's kind of a meme. People are kind of sick of seeing it, but for the people who did show up and who did use the link and all that kind of good stuff, I thank you. Like, seriously. It goes a long way. Like, Raid they're super cool to work with, and yeah, I don't partner with companies that just come along and ask me like, hey, will you do our game and that sort of thing. Even for a channel my size, which is not a very big channel in the grand scheme of things, I get inundated with lots and lots and lots of sponsorship requests. And Raid is one of those companies that they asked me to do a sponsorship a long time ago, and I flat out said no, because quite frankly, I didn't want to. But stuck with it, and then we came to a good agreement through the network, which is very cool. And and they've been really neat to work with. It's a good fit, because I do enjoy mobile games. I enjoy the gacha games and the hero collectors, all that kind of good stuff, and playing different games throughout the years. And I like RPGs too, so it scratches that itch. And I like sharing things that I like to play. And especially if a company is going to sponsor me for it, then I think it's a no-brainer. It's like, well, why not? And that was really the overarching attitude of most people. They're like, yeah, just go get that bread, boo-boo. And I appreciate that, because I think that with the way that how the economy has sort of the climate of YouTube and new media has evolved over the years. People understand the game now, the game of being a YouTuber, the game of being a quote-unquote influencer, and they understand that hey, this supports someone that I like to watch every single day. Why not give back a little to them? It's not going to cost me anything. It's just a little bit of time, and we get to watch a stream anyway. That's why I try to make it interesting with the Isaac sandwich in between there, the Raid stuff. And for the most part, people were like, the mosh pit was just always super receptive of that. Does Kane's Other Eye shoot brimstone? I don't think it does. We're already capped on tears, so. But yeah, it was a good time, and I'm really glad and thankful that I have the mosh pit to kind of be there for me whenever we do stuff like that, because it's not ordinary. It's not a regular occurrence where we're doing tons and tons of sponsored stuff, especially when it comes to into mobile games, that sort of thing. Like, I could have taken many mobile games in the past. Let's use our moon card. Have we been in there yet? We have not. We have a Soul of Isaac. I may use this Sierra rune, maybe for the Soul of Isaac, or we could wait. Now, one thing we could do is if we had Mom's purse, we could make 2 Guppy items with the Child's Drawing and the Sierra rune, but I don't think that I'm going to see that. I remember. I truthfully don't even remember what was in the shop. So we don't have to use the Arrow Rune right now. It's kind of a waste to use it as just a single Soul of Isaac. I thought about using the mystery gift in the secret room, but lately that gambit hasn't really been paying off for me. And you know what? I'm not gonna fall for it. That's how my channel. Oh wow, it actually does shoot brimstone. I had no idea. Okay, Kane's Other Eye, I see you. I see you. I had no idea that you'd do that. Pretty legit good. I mean, I know they changed Kane's Other Eye a while ago, but like, I had no idea that it just shot brimstone. That's really fascinating. It's still in random directions as all get out, but at least it's something. It's better than what it used to be. 9 lives, and gonna be 2 or 3 for Guppy. But my channel has always been built around the idea of I'm going to share what I'm playing and what I enjoy with the people who like to watch me. And that may not equate to like the most viewers or the most subscribers or people unsub because it's not Isaac or whatever. And I honestly have never cared about that. I like to do what is fun for me, because I think that as someone who does this for a living, you know, there are times whenever the fun translates through the commentary and gameplay versus when it doesn't. And I think that if you're not having fun doing this job, then your audience can tell right away, and it's not good. We're pretty much pot committed here to save this Yarrow rune for the dark chest now. Since we're 2 or 3 with Guppy, we have a very, very, very strong chance in getting Guppy here. Unequal's power is steadily feeding us more damage. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a womb skip. It might cost us. Well, we have a 100% double deal chance though. We shouldn't skip yet. By womb skip, I mean a shoal skip. I wouldn't mind doing that. Chance to get some angel items, plus on top of that, also like don't have to do shoal. I'm down for that. I'll re-up for that all time. All time? Every time. Don't get Guppy, but we do get Jello. We're going to use the mystery gift to free up our active spot, and it's going to be Sack Altar. I'm sorry, Kane's Other Eye. Yeah, you know, I'll take the pact. Take Jello as well. We could use the Soul of Isaac in here to maximize our chance of getting a Guppy item. I'm going to not do that, however, because we have a chance of making something cooler happen here with the Angel Keys. Yeah, that's fine. Gonna get Jello out here to help us out with the angels. That's just... You know, I was going to use the Soul of Isaac, but now I'm just going to use it on... I'm just going to use it in the dark chest. This is going to kill us, by the way. Actually, now that I think about it, we don't have a way of getting into... Even if we die... Oh, no, it will teleport us. Neat. Yeah, thank God it didn't take me back to the previous room. That would have really ticked me off. All right, let's see here. We just need 1 for Guppy, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to let's go. Yeah. Not great. Soul of Isaac me. Let's just see what happens. Okay. Yeah, that's really not great. I'm going to take the mark here, which is going to keep us from dying, and then we'll take D-Bizzle. I wouldn't mind getting Lord of the Pit just for the flying. I'll take Juice of Shadow as well, just because. Never know if we're going to need it or not. Rotten Baby also wouldn't be too bad for the damage. Yeah, I'm content with that. Rags, okay. All right, fine. For the record, I think that almond milk brimstone is trash, but it is kind of kooky with Jello. It'll look a little Ghostbusters-esque here. seeing Jello just kind of flail around with brimstone's kind of funny. Okay. And honestly, our damage is not terrible with despite us having almond milk. Although it does kind of block like your vision of seeing where shots are coming from and going. Also, I didn't realize that we were at the lamb. Went straight to him. We don't have Jello for this. But I mean, if you look at our damage, like it is actually pretty impressive that we're dealing this much despite having almond milk. Like a big pool noodle thing going out and extending from Isaac and attacking. Yeah, no big deal at all. Who needed Jello? Second seed, 0 Juliet, 0 Foxtrot, Whiskey Delta, X-Ray Kilo. I mean, let's be honest, like, we all kind of need Jello. Jello is a good lad. And the full-on extended range of Brimstone is quite nice, given the fact that we've got almond milk here. And essentially just make sure that we have non-stop damage everywhere we go. Go over here and grab this full charge so we can get ourselves another soul heart. Well, half soul heart anyway. Look at that. That's some good damage right there. That's some good damage, I tell you what. We could use the Chaos card as well, but we'll probably end up saving that for Old Hushy. Old Hushy. We haven't seen Hushy in a little bit. What's the reason? Well, I know. People don't want to hear me go on about the whole optional boss thing again, but like, you know, it's true. Gonna get rid of what, Conehead? Yeah. Take Dark Prince's crown. It's gonna give us a large DPS up. So the Reverse Stars card will take Eden's earliest item that wasn't an eternal item, which in this case is a little chest, and give us 2 items to replace it by, based on the loot table of the room that we use it in. Get a Soul of Cain. Look at D Bizzle coming out of here. Look at D Bizzle. Okay. A little inaccurate there, D Bizzle. We're looking for the Ultra Seeker room here, which actually could be north of here, to be honest. Another Reverse Stars card. Okay. First Fool. Okay, if it was going to be adjacent to the Super Secret room, it would have been there. Would have been next to the Curse room, but it wasn't. Yep. Humbling Bundle really paying off here with D Bizzle. You can use the Reverse Stars card. Where did my... No. Where'd my Chaos card go? We could shoot the moon and go for... This is going to take up our orbital, which I don't really care about. Surprise, surprise. We could use this for the Devil Deal if we don't get Guppy, which we didn't. Yeah, might as well. Black Powder and Bloody Gust, which is both fine. I don't. I'm Dark Princess Crown's too good to give up. It's not worth taking for that. And Curse the XL. So key. Look, I'm going to stick with the Child's Drawing game. They might as well just give us Guppy now, because it's me getting rid of it's not happening until the end of the run. Until I have to. Don't really need keys anymore. Like that, we're right back up to full HP. No. You try to sneak that in on it. That's not gonna happen. No. You're trying to get rid of this. It's not going to happen, game. It's Guppy or bust at this point. Extra Tears doesn't really do anything for us, but I mean, it gives us a Tears up, I guess, with almond milk. I also don't mind taking damage because we have Bloody Gust. It is going to increase our Tears rate by a lot. We take damage, and it's pretty inconsequential. I don't know if you noticed or not, but we are not really hurting for HP. Could play the Temperance Machine, but that would also ruin our Dark Princess Crown, which I do not want to do. Why does the Chaos card looks golden for some reason? Doesn't it? Doesn't it look like it has a little gold tinge to it? Might be losing it here. Obviously, getting something like the 4.5 volt with Jello would be quite nice. Do we need something like that? No, we don't even need Jello at this point. I mean, we're just that far ahead. But it's like the old saying goes: "When ahead, get more ahead," and that's exactly the mindset that you need to be in as an Isaac player. Never be satisfied for the damage that you've got right now, the lead that you have. You need more. The answer is more. It's always more. There you go. I'm actually a little bit surprised we didn't get another Curse the XL here. Oh baby, that even get ourselves a free entrance into a secret room. How about that? They couldn't even bother opening up the door. Virgo is going to give us the Virgo Shield effect and also make sure that all of our pills are positive. Not that we needed that anyway, because we already have PH Dizzle. Or, wait, do we have PhD? I don't even remember. Why do I think we have PhD? Am I thinking... Oh, you know what? I'm looking at Ouija board. Right? Hang on. Humbling Bundle. Yeah, that's... No, we do have PhD. Yeah. Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. I mean, I might be a little crazy, but... See, Reverse Magician card, doesn't really matter. Let's have it. Definitely like that. Definitely like Red Stew, definitely like 4 volt. Or not 9 volt, not 4 volt. I don't know what the 4 volt is. Yes, I will take Mom. Alright, against Humanity, we can just go ahead and put that in there real quick. And I will take card reading. Chisel. Screwed up a little bit. I shouldn't have exited this room so fast because they kind of screwed us out of potentially us getting the card reading. We're coming back for card reading. Don't you worry your pretty little head. And now with 9 volt, we can essentially always use Jello in every room, unless of course there's nothing in there, like a dummy. Stars card will allow us to skip out of boss rush. Also allows us to take the red portal on the next floor if we get one via card reading. As of course, assuming that we get enough money to get it, which, I mean, we only need 3 cents, and we have the counterfeit penny, and also Humbling Bundle, so it should be almost impossible for us not to. 2 cents. There it is. There she be. Save ourselves a little bit of time here. We have practically unlimited bombs at this point, so I don't care about using a bomb to save us a little bit of time. Card reading is going to give us those portals that I absolutely love to have. Get a Perthro rune too. Look at that. I'll be Gul'dan. We can leave the stars card actually. We just can't take the red portal on Womb or in Necropolis or Depths, depending on which one we get. Doesn't matter. They're all the same thing. It's gonna be Necropolis, yeah. Luck upgrade with a couple of keys here. The latch key. The game still refuses to give us the last guppy item. It's gonna happen, game. There's a red portal, but unfortunately, like, we could take it. Theoretically, we could take it, but I don't really want to here. Also have the red stew buff still ticking. This might help us in old Hush's shop. Unicorns, the unicorn horn, it's kind of whatever. We don't really need it, obviously. I haven't been using the nail either. And to be quite honest, like, we could use, or we could fight boss rush too. Given the fact that we have Jello Brimstone, I don't see a reason not to. We are actually going to get Guppy here thanks to dual kids drawing of all things. That's hey, look, I said we're going to get Guppy. And what's even funnier is that I mentioned this exact scenario earlier with that Yarrow rune, so that's crazy that we got Guppy that way. Could use Perthro rune here, but I think the Perthro rune is going to be better off when we're in the chest, so. Alright, now we just let the magic of Jello do its thing. It's only going to get worse for the game, the more Jellos we get. This is without me even using the nail spam in here. Oh my god. Like a Vegas light show in here. There's the red Monstros, and down they go. All right. That was boss rush. That was boss rush. No big deal at all. See, now is when we can take the red portals. Because we're already back up to almost 99 cents again. Still so crazy that we got Guppy in the exact way that I said was possible, but I didn't think that we would be doing it that way. Feels like we're backtracking. Here we go. Golex is going to be skull dead. An HP upgrade. Actually shouldn't have taken that because it ruins our Dark Prince's crown, but we're going to get right back. And there's the Guppy item we need. So we're not wholly dependent on holding on to both of the child's drawings anymore, which is good because that would have gotten really annoying, especially with D-Bizzle just paying out with trinkets left and right. We don't need you to do that, D-Bizzle. You're doing plenty. Another sack room here. I could be persuaded to do a sack room or two. Especially with us having Nun's Habit, this is gonna at least recycle a few charges to our nail. Eternal Heart, another Lazarus's Rags, because hell, why not at this point? Gonna walk out because the Virgo Shield was just kind of screwing us a little bit. Virgo Shield, I appreciate your enthusiasm, I really do. We're gonna get a whole bunch of money out of this. That was instant 99 cents right there. Virus is gonna give us a little bit of spun, but we don't have any other of the syringe items. And now, even despite us being on 1 HP, technically 1.5 because of the Eternal Heart, it's still no big deal for us to go down and fight Hush because we have the Chaos card. The whole reason why I held on to this Chaos card was because of this very reason, was so we could go fight Hush. By fight Hush, I mean use the Chaos card and absolutely wreck him. There goes Mama. We don't care about Ocular Rift. Go see old Hushy. Old Hushy. Yeah, well, that's pretty bad. These are also pretty bad. I mean, I guess I'll take it. If we're not going to have Dark Prince's Crown, we get Birthright here. Mulligan. I mean, let's shoot for the moon. Go for the member card. Why not? Yeah. Take a nice little blanket. For you. Card. We don't need you. Another Tears Up, man. Only we needed Tears. Alright, so the Chaos card. We don't want to use it on Blue Baby for obvious reasons. But if you don't know the obvious reasons, because if you use it on Blue Baby, then the fight still happens. There we go. Now goes Old Hushy. There's the Chaos card. Right where it lies after piercing Old Hushy's stupid face. We got absolutely 0 red portals. After all that, we got 0 red portals. Are you happy about that game? Feel good about that? Wrong way. Even in a winning run, I don't feel like fighting Daddy Longlegs. What on earth is this? It's gonna give us a random item pedestal reroll in here? I mean, I'll take it. I've seen this room once before, I think. Well, we've probably seen it more than once. But do not want that, or that, or that. I don't know how this is going to work. We gained a lot of damage. A lot of damage. It may look like we screwed ourselves a little bit there, but we didn't. Because yeah, we have 8 damage now with Brimstone Almond Milk. That's an impressive amount of damage that we're doing here. What a run. And hey, look at that. We got ourselves a red portal at the very end. See, all we had to do was we just had to whinge it in. Perthrow. We use the D6 first. Well, oh, baby. We get Backstabber and Tech Point 5 and the 120 volt. Sign me up. That goes Blue Babby. And just being able to use Jello just non-stop is just so nice. Tiny Toma. And Pyromaniac, brother! Yeah, big lead pencil. We don't really need the glowing hourglass. And yeah, we'll take Stigmata. It's going to be another damage. Damage upgrade. And who would have thought we would have seen Mega Stand here, but I'll go for it. Might even get half an Omega run. I'm going to purposely take damage so we can get... okay. I'm going to purposely take damage so we can get more charges on Jello. Just for funsies. Of course, I can't do that when the enemies are dying before I can take damage, so... I'm literally trying to walk into things so we can get more Jellos. Psyfly is canceling out every single one of his fires. Wow. Psyfly with the perfect parry on Mega Stand. Oh, no Delirium. Well, that's okay, because, man, one hell of a run there. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Leave a comment down below. Your question of the episode today is going to be, has your opinion on Jello changed since seeing me use it in these videos? Do you love him now? Do you hate him now? Post them in the comments down below. I absolutely love Brimstone Jello. It's just so much fun. And Almond Milk, you know what? Almond Milk did pretty well as well. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Riley Schaefer, Fred, and Katoryu. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.